Welcome everybody, it's Peter Voogd, and I'm extremely excited for this very dynamic interview with my man Tony Martinez. And one thing I love about Tony, it's been amazing here in Tulum, but he's really taken care of us. But he's not just an entrepreneur, developer, investor, speaker, influencer, and someone that I think could add massive value to you guys watching. Someone that made his first 6 figures at 19, then lost it, then made it back, and became obsessed with not just making money, but actually building wealth and compounding his money. And now he's traveled the world, he's crushing it in Tulum, and he has a lot of things to share that I think could really change the game for you guys watching, because I know how hungry you are to succeed and to level up your games. People are seeing you now, you're very well known in this area, and people see your success, they see you crushing it. But we talked last night, it wasn't always like that.
No,
so can you go back to the beginning, before you were making money, how you made that first 6 figures, and then when you kind of had to realize, shoot, making money is not that difficult, but keeping it is. So what's kind of your story? Because people see the success. I want them to know who you really are from your failures.
You know, what helped me hit those 6 figures and become, I guess you can say, financially successful at that age. I was 19. You know, I was 18 when I got here, but I made my first 6 figures when I was 19. Was definitely just hanging around the right people. You know, I remember that the first day at work, my brother identified people that I shouldn't hang out with, and he completely canceled them out of my circle. And then he pointed out to only a few people, and he says, look, you can hang out with them, and these guys, you know, because he always said there's 2 conversations happening in every organization. So he made sure that I sat down and I paid attention to those that were gonna actually give me value. So I think that got me right away into thinking different. You know, but I was never educated about money. I was never educated about what to do with the money. So I remember I was 19 and I made my first 100,000. It was $126,000 what I made that year, and I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. You know, I finally for once could say that I was making my dream happen. But of course, at that age, you know, you don't know any better. And so I felt I had already made it. I felt that the money was just going to keep coming in month after month after month. And it did keep coming in, but because I guess I took it for granted. Just as it was coming in, I was spending it. You know, I was traveling, which I don't regret at all. But amongst that traveling, you're gonna invite everyone. You're gonna go out. You're gonna buy things you don't need, cars, and you know, of course. So I did all that, showed off, and sure enough, the money didn't last too long. Before you knew it, you know, I had gone through hundreds and thousands of dollars. I could literally say that I was somewhere in my mid-20s. I was maybe 23, 24, and I for sure had gone nearly close to $1 million at that point in revenue. Spent.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me. I went broke, then I was like, shoot, I should probably figure out how to not go broke, right? But it took me going broke. It took you getting fired. I want to challenge some people. Don't wait till something bad happens. Protect your family now. So what's been the biggest mistake as far as maybe things you've missed out on in the past, or things that you wish you would have done? Any mistakes that you feel like have shaped you in the last 5 or 10 years?
Well, yeah, definitely is maybe not informing myself enough on how to build off of the money you've already have created. You know, because like I said, you know, making the money is easy, but how do we grow that money? What do we do with that money? You know, I think a lot of times we're afraid of doing something because we might lose it, so we don't invest it. So we try to save the money. And that's what I thought I was doing. I was saving money because I was saving money, but then, oh, I need money for this, I'll just take it from the savings. Because if you don't have a direction with the money, then that money is going to very quickly be dispersed amongst emergencies.
So let's distill this, because this is a myth. I grew up at least, well, so did you in the States.
Yeah.
The schools, parents, everyone's like, save, save, save. I think that's a fear-based principle for people that are scared of the future. I don't want to save, I want to invest. Almost all my money I invested in properties, things like that we're talking about some great stuff here that we could share if you want to.
Sure, yeah.
But do you feel like saving is the answer for a lot of millennials, or is it investing and making your money grow?
No, man.
I think that's a myth.
It is investing. It for sure is investing and putting your money to work for you, because when you tie up your money in an investment, it's exactly what it is. It's tied up. It's no longer yours. The minute that I do that now, whenever I was just telling you yesterday, had a great year, and we had some influx of money coming in. And I called my mom and I said, Mom, I gotta decide what do I want to do with this money, and I want to help my mom, so I'm gonna put my mom a business. So I'm trying to get her to act now. I said, if that money sits there, I'm gonna put it somewhere. I'm gonna tie it up, whether we're gonna buy land or we're gonna do something else. But that money from now on, the way I see it is, as it comes in, I have a direction for it, and I didn't have that before. No one ever taught me to direct the money towards something that was gonna give me profit 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 15 years down the line, when I'm ready to retire, and that way I don't have to work as hard, you know?
Tell me this, when you invest your money and you kind of drain your bank account to get an investment, doesn't that get you hungry to make more money?
Absolutely.
Every time I have money, I buy a property, and I'm like, dude, I don't have as much money, let's grind.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think that's a motivational factor too as well, which is cool. Any other mistakes that you feel kind of have stood out this past couple years?
Oh man, for sure. Definitely is timing, you know? I think that timing when it comes to investing is the most important thing, because we can miss these timings, and these timings, once they're gone, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life, and you're gonna wish you did it. And the worst part about it is you're gonna have others that did it, that you're gonna see how well they did. And one particular mistake I did was not investing in Playa del Carmen, because Playa del Carmen, which is not so far here from Tulum, you know, became the fastest growing city in Latin America. Can you imagine that? And the thing was that I had friends that were obviously more mature, wiser, that were investing, and they were like, dude, they bought land in Playa del Carmen. Land that today is worth, look, I'm doing it again, man. This happens, this keeps happening.
Well, there's so many questions. So you had the money to invest.
I had the money to invest.
Was it fear that held you back?
100%. It was fear, because you know what I felt, and this is funny, this is kind of messed up. I thought that if I invested in what I should have done, which was the land, I should have bought land, I felt like I would have missed out, because I had no more money to enjoy. I had no more money to live the lifestyle that I had to live.
So that mindset messed you up.
Big time, big time. That's the wrong mindset, you know. And unfortunately, I think I got that off of the videos and everything that we see. You
Maximize life. It's like,
live
once
the
you
moment,
make the money,
you know. And I was caught up in that. I thought we had to live the moment. I thought it was never gonna stop. And I said, you know what? Once I'm in my 30s, I'll figure it out then. Yeah. I'll figure out what to do with money then. Of course, had I done the right choices, had I invested in Playa del Carmen 8 years ago,
you'd be set forever. Yeah. So what do you tell someone that maybe is in your situation, where they're making money, but they have some fear, or maybe no one in their family has ever invested in real estate, maybe no one in their family has ever protected their future income-wise? Right. What do you tell them if they have this fear?
Well, you know what? The fear that you have to invest or do something with your money, because if you haven't invested, it's probably because there's a fear, very simple, or number two, you don't know about it, you know, you don't know what you don't know. So, you know, whether you find yourself having a little bit of fear or just simply not knowing your options with your money, the first thing I would do is educate yourself. Educate yourself about the different possibilities. You know, I mean, this is a perfect timing, this is a perfect place, but I'm sure that there's others as well. It just so happens that this does a lot more for millennials, because they love it here, because it's very attracting. So I think that it's the ideal place. But I mean, you know, there's many places I'm sure that are very good to invest. So the first thing I would do is find out, what can I do with my options? Like, you know, first of all is identify, well, what kind of money do you have? You know, are we talking about, you know, 80K? Are we talking about, you know, 300,000, 500,000, depending on the type of money that you feel that you could have, or maybe you set a goal. And maybe you only have 80 right now, but you want to, you know, make a little bit more money. Obviously, the more money you have, well, the more money you're going to get in return. So I think first of all is identifying,
knowing where you are,
educate yourself, educating yourself, and then of course once you know where you're at, you've educated yourself about your options, then you want to start exploring the options and doing what I call rental projections, equity projections. Nothing's ever going to be perfect.
But I want to say this: a lot of real estate deals, if the more research you do and the right people you're around, there's almost nothing to lose. What if you only make 6% on your money? It's better than inflation being 1%, you make no money.
Absolutely.
So my parents taught me too, it's like, if you do the right research and you have the data, there's nothing to lose.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I mean, you might make less than you think, but you're still making money and protecting your future. So I want people to know that. There's not much to lose.
No, you can't lose anything, because one, we're talking about something tangible. Yeah. This is real estate, and this is the beautiful thing about real estate. And I invest in other things as well, but I make sure that 80% of my money is being invested in real estate. And then I feel like I'm risking 20% by doing other stuff.
Trying things,
Yeah, like real estate is so tangible. Yeah. you know, that in the worst case scenario, you have low season, high season, you have a, I don't know, a natural phenomena. Well, maybe you didn't have the best months that you thought you could have. Maybe your property didn't collect as much rental that particular season, but you know that's gonna turn around and there's high season. And then in addition to that, not just are you looking at the rental return, but you're looking at the equity value of it. You know, we're talking about timing. You know, you could buy and spend only $100,000 here, or you can spend as much as $1 million here. You know, there's ranges for everything. No matter what you buy now, it's gonna grow. You know, we were looking at data, and property value alone from 2016 to 2018, we're talking 2 years, it went up over 55%. Property value went up over 55%.
Makes me wish I would have bought last time I was here.
Yeah, and it keeps going up though, because it was so inexpensive. Like right now, it's a great time to buy, and you look at it and you're like, it was actually cheaper, it was less than this, and it was. Why? Because they didn't really have, you know, the vision of what it was gonna do. So no one was buying, so, you know, no one could raise the prices, so it was what it was. Just now, the people who bought land are saying, well, wait a minute, I should sell it for more. Wait a minute, I can collect more money on it now.
Well, I know my audience, and I know people watching. Not everybody, because a lot of people love watching things, but they never take any action. That's a lot of, sadly.
That's most, maybe.
But my people are very action focused, and they like to ask questions. I guarantee they're wanting to reach out to you. I know you're busy. How can they get a hold of you? I know you have obviously a busy schedule. Can we figure out a way, if they want to ask you questions, maybe we can do something website-wise where they can check everything out?
Yeah, well, what I was thinking is this. If you guys want to know more information, you know, we can go back and forth, set up a phone call, set up a Skype. I'll do a presentation with them online.
This is the guy to know in Tulum and Playa del Carmen. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Like the guy to know. You might get bombarded by
I know.
them.
No,
just
but
do
I have
it
a
for
team
my
behind
people.
me. I got a team behind me, and I got an amazing team, and I have assistants. So, you know, we'll get to you, no worries. But I think they could just visit the website, which is theartofinvestment.com/game changers. I'll make sure that your audience gets looked after, particularly on a personal level.
So if you have any questions, if you want to check out the investments, if you're one of the millennials, which there's a lot of them buying up Tulum right now, if you're one of the ones that's crushing it, making money, if you're not, this should make you hungry to start making more money. But B, check it out. Like, an opportunity is only an opportunity if it's taken full advantage of. So check it out, ask questions. I mean, you have so much data that can really help people have the most, like the biggest advantage to a lot of other people in the States that don't even know about it.
Absolutely.
I was intrigued by talking to you, checking it. Now I'm here and it's amazing. I took action very quickly. So I'd love to get some time with any of the game changers or the entrepreneurs watching. That'd be cool to do. I appreciate that, man. So
absolutely, man, no problem.
one thing that stands out is he's not just about the money. He's not just about his work. He's about legacy and building things that outlast him. Those are the people that I want to associate with. Not just people that are making money, crushing it. People that are world class while building a legacy that they're proud of. And that's one of the reasons Tulum's going to continue to grow, is people like you, people around here that care about the environment, that care about the aesthetics, that care about the feel and the vibe. And man, it's been all love. I'm excited to hang with you next couple of days. And
same here, man.
To
We're
get
in
this
for an
out.
adventure, man.